Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and we finally have with us a unit of the Huawei P30 Pro. The phone launched yesterday, or rather today, depending on where you're watching this video, in Paris, and it comes with a whole bunch of interesting features. Of course, the main focus of this smartphone has been the camera, which we're going to talk about in just a bit. But first, let's just talk about the basics. The phone is powered by the Kirin 980 chipset. This particular variant that I have here has 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. You still have the curved display over here, but in comparison to what the Mate had to offer, the curvature is actually very consistent and there is no discoloration, as you can see over here. Interestingly, while the sides are curved and the top is curved, the actual top of the frame has been flattened for some reason. Maybe this is to let the phone stand if it needs to be made to stand up straight for photos or for whatever purpose. The back, once again, is very uniquely treated. Huawei has 4 interesting colors. This color is called Breathing Crystal. It has a purple to bluish hue that goes with it, and of course, as you move it around, the shades change. There's also Amber Sunrise, which is kind of like a fiery orange. It looks beautiful actually. There is the Aurora, there is white, and then there's black. Now let's talk about the camera, since that is the main highlight of this smartphone. You have a 40 megapixel primary camera with an aperture of f1.6, and it's not just any 40 megapixel camera. Huawei has actually re-engineered the sensor in conjunction with Sony, and the sensor doesn't have RGB pixels, it has RYB. So instead of green, you have yellow. This, Huawei says, allows it to achieve 40% more light collection without having to change the size of the sensor or the aperture. Whether that's true or not is something we're going to figure out in our tests. Then you also have a 20 megapixel ultra wide camera, which is essentially the same as you had on the Mate 20 Pro. And last but not the least, down here, the square thing over here is the telephoto lens. It's an 8 megapixel telephoto lens, but it offers 5x optical zoom with an aperture of f3.4. So we asked Huawei representatives about whether the 3.4 would be a discouragement for smartphone photographers, but they say, in order to get a 5x optical zoom into the camera using this periscope design, the lenses are arranged over here. In order to do that, the aperture was unfortunately going to take a hit. All 3 lenses are Leica branded, and the wide angle and telephoto are of course optically stabilized. And Huawei also has its own AIS working with the lenses in conjunction with OIS, so that's pretty amazing. There's also a time of flight camera, interestingly, which is embedded in here, right here in the black part over here. And sorry, it's actually this one, and that allows the phone to pick up even more depth information for better portrait shots, for adding depth to the scene. So it's interesting because I'm just going to open up the camera interface and show you something very interesting. On Huawei phones, you get, of course, a portrait mode, which is right here, but you also get an aperture mode. So both of these do kind of the same thing, but the results are different from each other. So anyway, we're going to be going through the phone's performance metrics. We're going to be testing it. Of course, the camera needs a lot of testing. There's a lot of excitement around this phone as well. And I'm just quickly going to show you some photos I took this morning because got the phone super late at night. Now, oops, sorry about that. Now this is a view from the room's window where I am currently staying. So just bear with me here for a second. So this is the ultra wide view, as you can see, fairly nice. This is zoomed in. That's, by the way, this is ultra wide. This is 1x, 5x, 10x hybrid, and not so bad. And that's about, I think, 15x. And then that's a building across the room. That's shot at a full 50x digital zoom. That's at 30x. That's a 10x, 10x again, that's 5x, 1x, and of course ultra wide. So what I'm seeing here is some pretty impressive results as it is, but I am so far yet to see the kind of images that Huawei showed on their presentation, which was, shots of the Milky Way that looked pretty damn good on the display. So that's, I mean, using the lens at 50x right now, the result has not been that impressive, but we've only had the phone for a very, very short time and haven't had the chance to thoroughly test it or even get some initial samples. But today is a day we have in Paris, and then we're going to spend the whole day just taking lots and lots of photos for you guys and putting up an image gallery so you can decide whether the P30 Pro's camera is impressive, exciting, or just alright. So thank you guys for watching this video, and actually before we end, a couple of things. You've got the dual card slot down at the bottom here. This also has, again, it continues to use Huawei's nano memory card format in case you want expandable storage. A Type-C connector which supports 40 watt fast charging over supercharge from Huawei. Then there's of course reverse wireless charging built into the phone as well. And last but not the least, there is no headphone jack, unfortunately. So that's the unfortunate side of things. The phone has launched in Europe and actually went on sale yesterday itself for €1,000, 999 euros. As far as India is concerned, we do know that the phone is coming to India. We've been told that by various Huawei executives, and they all say that it's coming soon, but there is actually no formal word on when that would be or what the pricing of the phone would be. So we'll be keeping you updated on that as soon as we find out. So thank you guys for watching this video, and in case you liked it, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more videos of technology, consumer tech, smartphones, laptops, anything for that matter. Subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.